Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are picking up this series on the 17th of February 1948. So we've managed to survive another winter, and we managed to keep increasing the population at the same time, which is really good. Now, before we get into the gameplay, as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about, and I just want to talk about two comments which were posted. One was that I should be really looking to try and be a bit more energy self-sufficient by using wind turbines. To that end, I was actually looking at a mod. I think it's under power transformers here, and it's actually by Novu, and he's actually created this thing called the Windmill Organizer. So what I'm thinking is to get some windmills down here. I don't really want to use these big ones because they don't look right for the time period. So I think what we might do is stick with some small ones. I do have some really tiny modded versions. We go to power plant. These are from the same mod as the Windmill Organizer. You can see these only produce about 5 megawatts of power, but they're quite cheap to build. I'm just wondering whether I can just use these. If I zoom in really closely, you'll see that the actual, in some ways, these look a bit more in place for the time period. In fact, I think I will use these actually. I know they're a bit small. I'm not going to be building them straight away. I'm just going to do this bit of planning, and it also fits in with the organizer. Let me just see. Power transformer. And I think we need it this way also. We're actually coming out of winter, that's good. I think we just kind of square that up a little bit there. And maybe if I move it a little bit away like that. Just have to bring a road in around there. It's going to slow up the game a little bit while I'm doing this. Because the game might get away from me a little bit. Just put that in there. Because these are only producing 5 megawatts, what we should be able to do is use the minimum kind of power connection there. Actually, I think I'll put a second one in. I've just had a bit of an idea. And power plant. I'll say I can put another one. I mean, we could put them literally side by side here, couldn't I? Like that. We could have a whole series of them all lined up. Or maybe we can just stagger them a little bit to make them look a little bit more. We can do something like that. Again, let's just connect that up like that. It's a bit dodgy, but it'll be okay. And then we can kind of get you across to there. You can connect up to there. So that's the first comment. The second comment was a suggestion about putting traditional silos up here, and I did take a look. And I've made a bit of a mistake, but I think we can still do it. And the trouble is we got this road here, and I don't think I can get that in there. But what we can do is put a couple of silos in here, which we can use to take the overflow. I just want to make the road long enough so that we can actually, I can get these really close together. And then we can hook the road through there. The other thing I also need up, so what that should do is take the overflow from here. The other thing I wouldn't mind seeing, I'm looking at it, is medium distribution office. It's a bit big. I think we're going to go with small distribution office up here as well on this road here. Because we're going to need to be able to collect the crops from here. So we've got that built there. And of course, during the winter we managed to get the road crew finished. But before we just talk about that, I just want to show you, oh, it's actually finished it. I've had a real problem trying to get these built because the game absolutely refused to send the workers out to finish these. What I've actually done is well, the jobs have probably all run out now. So I just want to get that to the university. Yeah, what I did is I let all the buildings run out so that all the workers would be sent out to here. And what I want to do in this part is really concentrate on getting this area up. We're going to need to get the storage out here. My instinct is to work on this area here first. So let me just, I would like to get, oh, we're going to have to build that bus stop because that's the warehouse there. But we do need to build this, don't we? We'll get that built there. And I think we'll build the bus stop so that we can get the workers into here and get that sorted out. And the other thing also is the population's increasing a little bit, so I think we can probably get a quick win by getting one of those houses built there. And the next thing I want to do is get the road crew working, because I've already worked out the roads I need to do first. So what we're going to have to do is get down here and get my road crew in here. And what I'm going to do is we need a couple of dumpers, and we need to go pretty big with these because gravel roads need a lot of gravel, which goes without saying. So I'm going to get a couple of those. I think we're going to get 2 bulldozers. I'm not going to use the horse-drawn ones. We're going to use the Stanalets bulldozers. And what I would like is an open hole, but I was looking at this before I started, and the only open hole that can carry these bulldozers is this Zeiss 1.4, which is like a big carrier. I think what we can do is put one of you onto there, and then we can send these guys out to the road crew. Now I could send the open hole back, but I think we'll just send this up here. We'll just get you out there, because I do want to make a lot of progress with getting these roads gravelled up, but I think if I can get these done first, I wouldn't mind doing this out to here as well. Although I've been thinking about the heating plant, that considering the success I've had with getting through the winter, I'm not sure the heating plant is really the priority at the moment. And my inclination is to leave the heating plant here, but maybe I might move the heat exchanger to over here when we start building the proper city. So what we may get is, like, say, put the heat exchanger about here. Let's just show you. So say we're building the town out here, with the proper buildings is probably the polite way of saying it, though there will be brick. I put the heat exchanger out here. We'll still get some heat coverage to the work camp, which will eventually get demolished, but more importantly, we'll be heating the buildings that actually do need the heat. So the heat exchanger has dropped down the priorities considerably, but we're still going to need to get this working because I want to produce my own boards. We're going to try and make some money from that. Now my other main concern is gravel, and what I've done is the truck dumpers that we're delivering to here are now picking up on the border post. So to try and take the pressure off of here, because I think trying to lay these gravel roads in, you can see they need quite a lot of gravel. So another priority we're going to need to start planning on, but we won't do it in this video, is starting to put together some gravel production here. But when I put this together, I want this to be on the full production scale, because what I would like to build out here is enough gravel production to basically build the entire map. So this would be the first step in our long-term production, is probably the polite way of saying it. Look at that one, we got the farming going. See if we can find the crazy horse. I think that's the crazy horse because he goes sideways. There's a little cloud. Yeah, this is the one that's just doing it properly. And we should have a tractor in here somewhere. There he is. Wow, he's cracking along quite nicely as well. So I want the university built. Well, they're literally throwing that up, aren't they? Great. So I want the university built because I think we need educated workforce. We've only got 18 people with an advanced education at the moment, so we may have to bring some extras in to kind of work in the university, but I think that should work quite well. And you can see overall everyone's happy, which is amazing. I had really great reservations about whether these buildings the happiness would be high enough to get everyone going. I mean, we've got food in here. And I say if we can get a good education system going as well, Yeah, things could be good. We got a pool hall here. We got a camp gym, which probably could do with being built as well. But wow, they are quite literally throwing that apart. Missing boards. We got boards here. It's just a question of delivery, because of course all the trucks have got to go out round here now until these roads are built. So we built the first one. That's good. I think you're on auto assign, aren't you? Okay, yep. So that's built. So we now need to get this built. God, these crews are working super efficient. I think what I would like to do now is, I think we get that built, the distribution office, because we're going to need the vehicles out here to collect the crops. And I am kind of half thinking about putting a what we call it in here, a covered hole in here, so that we can take advantage of this 136 tons here. And of course we've got the silos to build. I think if we get that built, I mean, I'm going to really need to micromanage. Yeah, look, I've got a problem here, so we're going to have to allocate that in there, because I don't want to put workers into here. So I think what we will do is, I think you can come up to there, because this is going to be a one-off road that we're going to this area, so I think we need that built. The other thing also looking at is this long road here. I think this is a bit too long, so I think what I wouldn't mind doing is splitting this. Oh, great. Can we? Didn't really want to split this road, but okay, we're gonna have to split it about there. And then what that means is we can do this in two sections. How many roads are you building? You're down to 2. I think what we might need to do now is we'll just start the process of, I'm going to connect you up there and see if we can get that started. Come on guys, yep, we got a little road crew here. Once we got this built, we can put the construction office back onto this side. Just see, we've got an unfinished road, small distribution, yellow camp, whatever this is. What is this? Oh, that's the house you're building. We'll just let the guys, so you're all past the basic construction, so I think what we can do now is just allocate you to that. We'll start getting that built, because if we haven't got anywhere to store the crops once they get harvested, then we're being a little bit of a problem. So there's a little bit of a race. We're on the 23rd of March at the moment. Just keep an eye on the road crew. But you're down to 2 roads, which is that road and that one over there. Certainly would like that built, and I'd certainly like that built. What can we build in here? Do we need, would we, well, would need this built, wouldn't we? But this is going to be a little bit. Hate it when the game does this. Pause the game. And we just had to put a little bit of a curve in there. And then what I should be able to do is put that in there. Ah, I'm just giving a problem. Yeah, I've just cancelled the job. But that's okay. What you guys can do instead is actually build the road. I mean, I'm happy with the mud road there, because we've got that. Something else then. Right, we've got nothing else built here. And I want that built, because this will be a key road for deliveries, so we need to get this done here. You need to get back onto assignment. Bricks. There. And boards. That means that the guys picking up from here now can pick up here from directly, which means we don't get that conflict there. Somehow we're going to have to build in the roads here. This is what I'm really worried about, is this kind of jam here, but there's not much I can do about it. I don't really want to build another truck because I think I was looking at this. My biggest import is fuel, fuel and clothes, and we got power isn't that big an issue. It's quite cheap at the moment. And like I said, if we get the wind turbines built over here, we should be okay. I think this wind turbine is kind of contributing a little bit, because the wind speed isn't particularly that fast. Okay, we've got the university here. I'm going to drop the workforce down a little bit. Let's say like that. Got a couple of professors. I think we're just going to go with let that run. I mean, I'm not too worried about whether people have got, you know, I just want that to kind of burn away very slowly over time, so that hopefully we will start to improve this education thing. So we got 227 people uneducated. That's a little bit of a cause for concern. We don't really have the teachers. Okay, you've got a lot of trucks sat in here doing nothing. Okay, we've got a distribution office. I think the problem is I cut this off, didn't I? Okay, we're now down to a small distribution office. I think what we will do then is kind of get them working out here. Well, this road's finished now. Okay, thank you, game. I think that would be the two big jobs, is to get the storage for the farms in now. These guys are going like a train. Okay, we're down to 2 jobs now. 1 job. And I think now we're going to really go for the big one. We're going to run you all the way to there. I just want you to concentrate on that. I think if we get the road up through here, what I can do then is start building back by sections across here, so we can, I mean, if we get a bit of speed going here, these guys aren't going to move on to this road until, because this is still seen as the direct route. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of gravelling up here as well, but last chance to buy. Oh well, that's I'm not exactly too sure what that was, but so if we can get this built, and I mean, we don't really need to worry. Well, we can get this built as well out to here. Certainly wouldn't mind this being built as well, but the trouble is, if I build this out during the growing season, this is really a winter job. So I mean, there is another road round here. It can come through here. Okay, let me just see how things are going. So we're getting a few students in there. We just keep an eye on this. Yeah, we're still breaking ground on the 2 other big buildings. So I think what I will do, I've just suddenly occurred to me, is that I need to get stuff out to. So we're going to get a covered hole. I think we're going to have to go with a Tatra. And then of course what we're going to need is the ability to harvest. I think we'll get one of these. I'm a bit worried that we're kind of pushing through the money at the moment. I'm going to get a couple of horse-drawn ones. And I think that we're going to start with that. You can go over there. Put the combine over as well. And just to be a cheapskate, Plus it's, I mean, it's fun anyway. You're going to come there. And the cover hole in here can just be used to get things done. Okay. Right, you've just got the one job. But we've got 2 bulldozers. Kind of inclined again to build this road out here. Because this is quite a long way. And especially to get to this open store and the work shed, you also need to get to this. And this is all a single road, so if I can gravel in as much of this as possible before we actually start building it, then we can switch the gravel crews back to over here. I need to keep an eye on. Yeah, we're out of gravel now. I think that's partly because we're doing the groundworks here as well, aren't we? Yeah. Got a shortage of concrete. I think we're okay. I'm expecting some losses from the farming, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. It'd be nice to do these footpaths as well. So I think that could benefit, and that could benefit as well. Don't think this guy isn't. Oh, he is set up to pick up footpaths as well. So yeah, gravel is going to be a limiting factor. I'm wondering whether I should buy another dumper and get the more gravel in. Yeah, I think I will. Dumper. Again, we're going to have to go for something that's a bit expensive. Yeah, going to pick up gravel from there and drop it off there. Oops. I think if we can just keep pumping the gravel into there. I mean, it's a little bit self-defeating that the gravel comes up here and then it gets shipped all the way back to here. But these guys are doing okay. I'm really happy with that. This isn't exactly a high priority at the moment. And jobs. Again, we got a excavator sat here doing nothing. What's this? This is the food factory. You're the microbrewery. Maybe we can microbrewery, food storage, anything else that I need. Well, maybe we've got. Actually, what I wouldn't mind is this distribution office here. Because I think if I can get this distribution office online, we can get a bit more control over what's being brought in. Also, if we're going to have the alcohol being sent out and the food distributed, we can do it from here. Let me just keep this going. Apologies that this is a bit creepy crawly, but I kind of feel that that's the way it's got to be. So you need bricks. What's up with it? I think we've got the bricks. I think it's just a question of kind of moving them around, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so you've got everything being delivered all over the place. So we've got our new house built here. Good, no one's moved in. I know that may sound a little bit negative, but what I like the idea of is the fact that we got that spare capacity to expand into. I would like to upgrade these roads, but do I really need to? I don't think that's a priority. Yeah, I mean, this needs a lot of bricks. Does this doesn't, does this need anything? Bricks, what does this need? Still a little bit of concrete and steel, but we're ready to get this to work. We need to build this, don't we? I mean, this is virtually nothing. These guys have got absolutely nothing to do. I don't know, they're fairly loaded. Where are you? Okay, you're still waiting for concrete and gravel. So we'll wait for you to get past the base construction here. Yeah, the groundworks. I think it's important just to have one building on groundworks at any one time. Please, okay, we got these guys here. Maybe we can just sneak you out to here. And maybe get that started to be built as well. So you're waiting for gravel. I mean, we're getting a little bit of gravel in. I think maybe the gravel production is starting to get a little bit of a priority. Let me just have a look here. So we're just... Now, I know there's some good quarries up here. So we got a good quarry there. What's this? This is 97%. So we would certainly want to bring this online. Wow, I actually did it without... you need flattened terrain. So we got a quarry there. This is 64%. So we got one there. 53% coming in from there. So imagine we got a road coming in through here with a gas station. So I think we could probably bring on this one at, say what, you're going a little bit down the slope, aren't you? What we got there, let's see if the roads would fit. Yeah, you can get the roads out there. So if you imagine we've got a road coming through here. So I'd like the kind of the main kind of aggregate store would be here. So we, or could I put it up here actually? And then we could run out with conveyors. That could be nice. Now I think what I would do is we'd have the aggregate store here, and then what we'd have is like a loading terminal out here. So we'd need to come across and maybe connect you up there. You can come through, say, to about there. And then I think what we probably would do then is put in an aggregate loading store. Where is it? Where is it? Truck loading, unloading, sorry, not loading. All aggregate store. Where's the truck unloading then? Sometimes this game can be a little bit confusing. Yeah. And what I would like to do is probably have something like that. We'd put something. Okay. It's a bit of a downhill slope, isn't it? Yeah, it's not going to work. Yeah, it's that downhill slope there, isn't it? Maybe if we come back here a little bit. Maybe, actually if we push you to say about here, that might work, because that's dropping down, that's the problem. That's actually gave me a green road, so I'd say if I put that there, in the mud through there, you'd connect to there. So what we'd have is 3 gravel quarries there, potential for a 4th one there, coming to an unloading one there, which would then come down to a gravel store about here, which would then go into a processing plant, and here, which would then go into a large gravel output store, and then we can start building our other industries around here, like the proper concrete plant and various other bits and pieces. But I need to keep an eye on what's going on over here, because okay, you're good. You're out of road. Yeah, that's my fault. Again, I'm just gonna do that road there first. You can see the difference now. Actually, what we can do is, because we've now got that road built, and sneak in that little bit there, so we get them to build this bit of road up here and this bit. You can see the difference straight away now that certain trucks are preferring this distance here. If we can get this built all the way through, and then we can put a parallel road in, and eventually what I wouldn't mind doing is to make this into a one-way system, probably around here, so we'd have trucks going down one way and then back the other way. Let me just see. Well, we won't build out that way. I just want them to focus on this area here first. Of course, it can't build that because of the... So we'd have to put a footpath. Of course, that's annoying. It won't auto-detect that, will it? What we'd have to do is put in a mud road. We put a mud footpath to there. That should then allow this to get auto-detected. Then we could take this out. Will you do that? Yeah. And then we'll take that out and I'll redo this road so that we can do this in one go. So that's good. How are we doing over here? This is taking a little bit longer than little bricks and steel. It's just taking time to deliver stuff out here, because I don't think I've got... And we've got plenty of bricks and steel, so it's not like there's a shortage. The gravel's building back up again, which is good. I think what we'll probably need to do is work a little bit on this section. Probably the best way would be to come through here and try and fill it. Getting through here is going to be painful. All these little footpaths and stuff. Not too worse. Okay. This is coming together quite nicely. Just need this built. Then we'll have to blow some more money on covered holes to set up the distribution system. How are you doing, guys? Have you got everything on? No, it looks like virtually everything now has got past the groundwork stage. Yep. I think we can get somebody else working a little bit on the... I think we'll get the brewery going first, because that's going to make us money. But how are we doing here? So we're kind of chucking that together. This is... These guys are coming on. I think if you can get, when it comes to laying gravel roads, if you can get them working and not using ordinary workers, and you've just got the bulldozers going flat out on them, I think that's really advantageous. I think this is one of the advantages of having a separate construction office for roads and buildings, because you don't waste your excavators putting in stuff, laying roads, and you don't waste bulldozers trying to get things done. So what are you short of? Boards and steel, yeah. I kind of think, in fact, I'm going to do it. What we're going to do is get another covered hole here. Covered hole. I don't need anything that's really big. I just want something that, not covered hole, open hole, sorry. Nearly made a mistake. I don't want something like that. I don't really want something that like the tart trail. What I want is something like this, just to get those deliveries going. And it's not like I want to deliver big quantities of materials. I just want someone who's going to be able to get in there and do all the little jobs. So here we go, we've got a bit of a blockage here. We're okay. Well, I think it'll work. Right. Nice to see the trucks going faster. I think that's going to make a big difference to getting the deliveries out here. I think I am tempted to put well, what we might do is put these guys out here and then gravel in this road here. So another 36 tons there, and we'll be ready. Oh, look at this. So how's the education going now? 21. So we're starting to get an educated workforce now, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Come on, guys, you can do it. Gets that in there. We're dropping off some workers. Looks like all the workers are coming over here. There's our crazy horse. He's completely out there. I could reduce the number of workers, but I can't really see the point, to be honest. I think this could be the last delivery of steel. So all we need is one more delivery of bricks, and then we're on the home run. With the 2 cranes here, that should come together very quickly. So all we need then is somewhere to deliver the stuff to. We're on the 27th of May. I think we really need to get this kind of focused in. Right, we've got that built now. And we're just going to remove this footpath there. No one's going to go on this road here, so I'm going to just take this sections of road out here. We're going to build it as a no one seems to be using this at the moment, so I think we're just designate as a gravel road, and the road crew can do it because they built this bit here. Okay, what we'll do is we'll let them build that. Actually, this is quite a short section as well, so we'll just start kind of filling in this. Made a mistake here. Cancel. Don't want any trucks getting stuck up there. I've been caught on that before in the past. So we've got a nice long road, gravel road here now. And then if we can do the parallel here with these crossovers, that's going to make a big difference. And we'll just get this filled in. Well, of course, if we get a crossover road coming up here, it means that when we start filling in this, the trucks will have 2 options to go up different ways. Well, I think we'll concentrate on here at the moment, just to keep things going. Come on, guys. We just need a workforce out here now. And some bricks. It's the bricks that are the problem. What's up with the bricks? We need a brick delivery. Stop bringing staff out here. Oh, here comes the bricks. This should be the last, or virtually the last load of bricks, I hope. Probably going to drop off 3 tons, you watch. Yep, 1.5 tons. We're going to need some bigger vehicles here, but we're kind of slowly pushing our way to there. Oh yeah, because we got this guy delivering fuel. Wow. I think I'm going to need a fuel distribution office. I think maybe when this is built, we will move the fuel trucks to here so that I can regulate the fuel distribution. Because at the moment we're kind of pumping fuel into here. It looks like we got a bit of a problem here because the meat truck seems to be blocking. So you're nearly out of meat, so I think what we'll do is we'll just knock you out and then put you back in again. I'd rather have the food truck stuck there rather than the meat truck. Okay, we're great. Gaining with the gravel. That's good. Okay, how's the... Okay, your two roads going really well. I think it's time to push up another section through here, I think. Possibly that section there as well. I'd like to get all this gravelled in if possible. You need gravel because of course you've got to come all the way back down here. It's a bit of a contradiction in terms, but that's the way it is. I might have jumped the gun a little bit with respect to that and by building these, but that's okay. This guy's going to finish this off anyway, so you get this built. Right, we've now got our distribution office here. I think what we'll do is we're up to 9th of June, so we'll have to get some covered holes. This is going to be painful and expensive. We're going to have to get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be quite important to get this stuff out of the field, so I say it's going to be painful, but from a cost perspective. But I mean, to be honest, if I've got to borrow money, I'll borrow the money. But I'd rather have this all set up, ready to go, even if these guys don't have anywhere to deliver to. But actually, what I could do is we're going to then allocate you. We'll start 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I think what we'll allocate you to the farm as a backup, so that if any of these start maturing before this is finished, if we can get this finished, then we'll be home. So as soon as this is finished and this silo's finished, we'll take these off the farm. Of course, they're all going to go and fuel up, which goes without saying. And they're all ready to go. Just want to check the fire coverage. Actually, I just had a horrible thought. Okay, we've got fire coverage, but without the good quality roads, it's going to be an issue. Let me see. Road crew, you're down to 2 jobs, which are both up here, and they're both going really well. So I think we could just let another job done. Back to... Actually, let's just get that crossover built as well. And I think the priority now has got to be to get the second road back to here. I think that will have to be the job. Did I allocate this? Yeah, it's just taking a little bit of time. We got a microbrewery, farm grain house, warehouse, small distribution office. I think that's going to be the key buildings that I need in just at the moment. How we actually work workers here? Yeah, we don't have that many workers. We're going to have to be a bit careful here, because of course we're going to need to send workers to the brewery once we start producing the crops like that. This is, and of course what we can do is if this fills up and the farm fills up, what we'll be able to do is micromanage this to tell it to pick up from the farm and from this silo to send to here to get things done. In fact, actually, it just suddenly occurred to me that we've actually got the... We're going to get you to drop off there anyway. And you're going to just drop off crops. We've got the connection. We just need this built. Put that on. Right, I've just been given a reminder that I've got an appointment. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. So in the next part, we'll just keep trying to pull the economy together. And hopefully things will start to work. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.